For most people, the camera app on iPhone is just a simple tool to take photos and videos. But hidden within your iPhone, there are many camera settings that you may tweak to get the best camera experience on your iPhone. Hey, what's going on guys? Rahul here from TechView Pro and welcome back to this channel. In today's video, you will learn about some iPhone camera settings that you should change right now. And by the way, even though some of these iPhone camera settings are only available on the latest iPhones like iPhone 14, iPhone 14 Pro or iPhone 13 Pro, the good thing is most of these iPhone camera settings are applicable to other iPhones as well. So no matter which iPhone you are using, you will definitely learn something here. Make sure you watch this video until the end so that you don't miss out any important iPhone camera setting. Now, without any further delay, let's get started. The very first iPhone 14 camera setting you should change right now is choose between HEIF and JPG file format. If you go to settings, then scroll down to camera and tap on that. It will take you to the camera settings where you just need to tap on formats. And here it will allow you to choose whether you want to save photos in HEIF or JPEG format. For those of you who don't know, HEIF stands for High Efficiency Image File Format. It is a more efficient format to store image files compared to JPEG. In high efficiency format, the file size is reduced, so obviously it takes less space. But it also comes with an added uncertainty of being unsupported on older devices. So depending upon what devices you work on most frequently, you may choose between these two file formats. Personally, I prefer high efficiency option because I mostly work in Apple ecosystem and never face any issues. Another camera setting that you may change right now on your iPhone is located just below the previous setting. Here in camera settings, if you go to formats, you will see the option to enable Apple ProRAW. For those of you who don't know, ProRAW is Apple's attempt at providing you with a format that acts like the standard RAW format but with iPhone's image processing to give you additional control over the final output. So if you want to capture photos in RAW, you might want to enable this. The next iPhone camera setting you should change right now is the one that is iPhone 14 Pro model specific setting. Well, I don't need to tell you, as you might already be knowing that iPhone 14 Pro comes with 48 megapixels camera system, and even though the device is capable of capturing 48 megapixels 10-bit RAW, most new iPhone users are not taking advantage of their device hardware to the fullest. If you go to camera settings and then formats, there you will also find the option to enable Apple ProRAW file format for photo capture. As soon as you toggle on this, it will provide you with the option to choose the resolution. Make sure the 48 megapixel is selected, and this will use the 48 megapixel camera system to capture high resolution photos. But keep in mind, this is only applicable to capturing with the rear camera, as that's where the 48 megapixel camera is, and also the file size will be a bit large. So if you are low on storage, you may choose to keep the 12 megapixels instead of 48 megapixels. Similarly, ProRes is a video codec developed by Apple for its iOS and macOS devices. It is able to provide you with multi-stream, real-time editable videos with impressive video quality and reduced storage requirements. If you have iPhone 13 Pro or Pro Max with iOS 15 or later, or iPhone 14 Pro or Pro Max, then you can enable shooting of videos in ProRes by going to camera settings and then enabling this under Formats section. Your iPhone 14 Pro camera automatically captures 10-bit HDR videos including Dolby Vision. While this can be great for recording videos in high dynamic range, this can also cause issues when you play the content on a non-HDR display. The video might show up as washed out with very dull colors. So simply go to camera settings and then record video option and scroll down to disable capture of HDR video. When you are recording a video on your iPhone 14 or iPhone 14 Pro, it tends to switch between lenses to get you a better shot. Though iPhone 14 Pro camera does a remarkable job in automatic switching of lenses to capture a perfect shot, yet it is not always the case. Sometimes shots can come out very odd as the camera is constantly changing lenses according to your positioning of the shot. And if you are like me, you will certainly want to have manual control over this. So simply go to camera settings and tap on record video option, and next you need to simply scroll down and there you will see the option to enable camera lock. When turned on, this will ensure that the iPhone will not automatically switch between different cameras and you will have more manual control over it. You can choose to save the camera settings after exiting the camera app. Settings such as filter, camera mode, exposure settings, and more can be saved. Simply head over to camera settings, then find and select preserve settings. Now select the camera options you want to preserve upon exit. When done, open the camera app, set it up and relaunch the app to see the changes. Your iPhone 14 Pro or Pro Max automatically switches to the macro lens mode when you bring the camera close to an object. If you don't prefer your phone switching the lens mode for you and want more control over it, then you can enable macro control. Go to the camera settings, then enable macro control. Now when you take the camera close to an object, a yellow flower will show up. You can tap on it to enable or disable macro lens mode. If you want to shoot your photos and videos in a different aspect ratio than the default 4:3 ratio, then you can do so by swiping up when in capture mode and tapping on the 4:3 button above the shutter and then choosing a different aspect ratio. If you head over to settings and then camera settings, then under composition, you will find the option to enable grid. Simply enable this, and now if you open the camera app, you can make use of the grid lines to line up your shots perfectly, as it gives you important points of reference like you get in a DSLR or mirrorless camera. The next iPhone camera setting is available in almost all iPhones and it is called Live Photos. When you are in capture mode, tap on the concentric circles at the top of your screen to go into live photo mode. Then hold your device still and tap the shutter button to capture a live photo. Live photo is basically a feature that you can use to capture the moments 1.5 seconds before and after the capture of the photo. When you are capturing a photo or video, tapping the shutter button can sometimes shake your phone and result into a blurry picture. So the best idea is to press the volume button instead of the shutter button on screen. The volume button also works exactly same as the shutter button. By default, both volume buttons act the same, but the good news is you can set both volume buttons to do different tasks for you. Simply go to camera settings and toggle on the button next to option that says use volume up for burst, and now you can use the volume up button on your device to capture burst shots. When you take a burst shot, up to 10 photos are taken per second. You can use this to take pictures of fast moving objects and then later on decide which one to keep. If the autofocus on your iPhone doesn't seem to work for you, then you can make the camera focus on where you want. While taking a picture, simply tap on the area where you want the camera to focus. This will result in a clearer picture of the subject. When the scene is too dark or bright, you can also adjust the exposure while taking a picture. Simply tap on the scale on the top left of your screen, then slide on the slider above the shutter button to increase or decrease the exposure. So that's pretty much for iPhone camera settings. Now it's time to take amazing pictures with your iPhone. But make sure you watch this video so that you don't make these iPhone photography mistakes. If you enjoyed watching this video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more such videos. Thanks for watching. I'm Rahul signing off and I'll see you in the next video.